Yeah, yeah. We just chillin' and vibing. Good conversations with good people. Oh, good conversations with good people. Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of Chillin' and Vibing Podcast. And today's guest, man, her music, when she sang it, you gonna feel it. Y'all welcome, the one, the only, Miss Annie. What's going on, girl?
Good. How are you?
You know, chilling and vibing, chilling and vibing.
For sure.
So Annie, where you from?
I'm originally from Manila, Philippines, and I was adopted and I moved here to the United States. I'm originally from Springfield, Missouri, and this year or last year, the end of 2025, I moved to St. Louis. So I'm currently in St. Louis, Missouri.
So do you still talk to your Filipino family back home?
No, I actually grew up in an orphanage back in the Philippines. I still do talk to the women who raised me there. So I was raised by a bunch of, independent, empowered women. So I still do talk to them and still talk to the kids there. Just, pretty much being an inspiration to the kids back home. So
That's dope. That's dope. So Annie, when did you realize you had a passion for music?
I've always been surrounded by music. It's pretty much a culture thing in my country. We do a lot of karaoke. We do a lot of choir and all that stuff. But I realized I wanted to do music in a serious note when I was going through a lot of challenges in my life, and when a therapist tells you, "Hey, you need to write everything down on a journal." And I tried that, and honestly, it didn't work for me. And a lot of people will say that, oh, journaling always helps. Um, what they don't tell you is there's different types of journaling, and the usual type of journal that people do didn't work for me. So instead, I used music as a part of venting session for me to really get out what I really feel using tracks and how I deliver my songs, and that's when I knew, you know what, this is something I want to do. So
Who are your top three artists right now?
um my top three artists when it comes to influence right now and favorite is probably definitely SZA. I do love me some R&B. That's my core foundation is R&B music. And Polo G also. Um, I just like his the way he tells his story and his emotions as well. That's kind of where I get that trap melodic rap coming from. And then Juice World. Juice World, I know there's a lot of people that related to him with when it comes to music, and being in my generation and being able to experience and listen to his music got me through a lot of things. So those are my top three artists that makes up my work today. So
So when you write music, do it come from real life experiences or sometimes it just be, something you thought of imagination?
actually I wish it was imagination, but it is actually real life and things that I went through in my life. And a lot of the music that I write is the truth, and it's it's a way for me to say my story without it being too personal. And yeah, it's everything I write is the truth. So
Has your voice ever surprised you and you be like, man, I hit that note?
yes, yes, and every single time I record new music, honestly, I surprise myself in many different ways. I'm all about testing my limits and my capabilities. So I'm always looking for something to challenge myself. And there's days where I was like, wow, I didn't know I didn't know I could hit that note, or I didn't even know I could do those runs. So yeah, almost every session I always do. So
Your hit single, "Loyal to You." Hey, that's my favorite. Hey, that's my favorite right there. So like, what you been going through in life that made you write that song?
that song is basically, it's nothing in particular, but it's basically every relationship that I've been in. That whole song is mainly about, a lot of people will think it's about breakup or anything like that, but the main picture of that song and what I went through is basically you loving someone so much that you stuck it out through thick and thin, but you still have this doubt that, oh, what if they don't love me, and I'm still staying loyal to you even if you don't love me back. So and that's something that's universal, something I went through. And so when I was writing that, it was something like, I was like, I wonder how many more people feel the way I feel. So that's how that song came about. So
Well, we know Valentine's Day coming up. Who the special someone? You ain't got to tell us. You ain't got to tell
well,
us. You, you ain't got to tell us. But
okay.
how do you feel
Just
about
my
Valentine's
dog, you
Day?
know. What was that?
How do you feel about Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day is definitely a time to show love to the people that you are close to. It doesn't have to be your partner, it could be your friends, could be your family. It's definitely something romantic to celebrate. But honestly, as I grew older, it's kind of one of those like puppy love type thing, to where it's really more for celebrating the my loved ones, basically. So
It just seems like nowadays, like true love don't exist no more. I mean,
yeah, it's hard
it's
to
there.
find. It's hard to find.
It is very very hard to find. I mean, it's there, but it's hard to find because like nobody want to be loyal to you.
I see, I see what you did there. Yes, no, that's true. That's
So
very true.
Annie, who would be your dream collab?
Oh my god, I my dream collab would absolutely be Polo G. Polo G, it just has his melodic rap, and then the way he writes his feelings and emotions and story. That's where I get all my inspirations from, and he's always been like a motivation for me. So it would be absolutely a dream for me to collab, you know do a music in collaboration with him and do a project together. So
Has music helped you heal through certain situations? And what was one moment that it helped you through?
um truth be told, I wouldn't say healed. There's still a lot of things that I go through till this day that hasn't healed for me. I would say with music, it helped me go through all that, and on the way to healing. But I would say the specific one that helped me go through it using my music is probably losing loved ones, friends, and even family members. Just feeling alone, and being able to write that in a song really did help me vent. No, I haven't healed from it, but it's something that it one step better than I was before. So yeah, but yeah.
And you told me you just started doing music, man, within the last, what, 9 months?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, I
What you
have.
accomplished so far.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
What's one of the craziest reactions you received so far from a fan?
um so funny enough, when I first pushed my music out, I had made or I had created my album. My very first debut album was called Forgot to Feel. It's basically, it had 7 songs in there, and every single track in there is events that had happened in my life that made a big change for me. And so there's one particular song that I had written, and um it was a song that I put as a, introduction to me. And the song is called What If. And the song is basically about, the things that we think about when we're doubting ourselves. Like, what if I'm not enough? What if no one's ever gonna love me? The whole entire song is about that. And I was scared, honestly, to push it out. And on TikTok, there's creators who are doing music reviews. And Don Hollywood, I don't know if you're familiar with him, but Don Hollywood is a very well-known streamer who reacts to music, especially like R&B and hip hop and rap music. And it's in his live, there's a lot of rappers and drill rappers in there. And I come on there and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna submit something. So I submitted that, and that was the craziest reaction I've ever had from him. Was he teared up when he heard my music, and there was so many positive feedback from that song, and I that's probably gonna go down in history for me.
That's
So
dope. So I
yeah.
gotta ask, on your bucket list, do you plan on going back to the Philippines to perform?
Oh yes, absolutely. I haven't been back for I would say 15, 17 years since I came here. I definitely, there's times, where when I'm writing my music and I'm going through a lot of things, sometimes I do need that reconnection with my family and culture. So I definitely have plans on going back, hopefully this year. And be able to be with my people and get their support as well. So
You also just signed a management deal. How did that feel? Being signed now.
yes, I did. Yes. Yeah, honestly, I've been thinking about it for quite some time. With everything I'm doing right now, I do them strategically and I plan them. I was thinking about them a year ago, but you want to, with this industry how it's going and it's so competitive, you want to make sure that you're making the right choices. So I figured, you know what, the start of 2026, I'd like to be signed to them. And it's been doing great. I see a lot of improvement, and they help me basically be in line with my artist self and my personal life. So it's definitely helped me balance my schedule out. But also be independent at the same time. So it's been great. It's been absolutely great.
What's one lesson music taught you about life?
Music has definitely, I would say, music is always gonna be loyal to you than anyone else in your life. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying that everyone is not loyal, but I will say that when everyone else walks away from your life, music is always gonna be there. And even if you don't listen to it now, or if you don't make music now, it's gonna come back to you basically. And that's the biggest thing that I had to learn in my life about music. So
Out of all your songs, which one is your favorite and why?
oh um I would say You Don't Get It is gonna be my favorite one. It's the most streamed, and I put a lot of work in that song because it also describes me and what my emotions and what I feel every single day. Is a lot of people don't get it. You're never gonna get how I feel. You're never gonna understand me and all that stuff. So that's probably my favorite one.
Okay. What can fans expect from you next?
Definitely bigger projects. I have a lot of singles ready to go, and ready to release. I am planning on having my first headliner show this year. And just planning for a bigger and better things, and more music, more sound, better sound. So
If you could give advice to the younger version of yourself, what would you tell her?
definitely allow yourself to breathe, and it's okay to feel what you feel, and it was never your fault. What you felt, it was not your fault. And that, I would say, that's the biggest thing that I wish I could tell myself, and I had someone to tell me that, when I was younger. So yeah, that's my biggest advice from me and everyone else.
So if people had wanted to listen to your music or follow you on your socials, how could they do that?
Absolutely. So I do have a link tree and a website and my Instagram, and that's where all my Spotify is, my YouTube, and just all of my social media connected into one. I have a lot of songs out, Apple Music. It's all in platforms. All you gotta do is just look me up, and there I am.
Well, Annie, appreciate you for coming to Chill and Vibe. But before we go, let everybody know what we doing.
We just chilling and vibing.
Thank you. Stay blessed.